Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Grab your tea, because we're diving into a story that might just change how you see two of the biggest stars in music history, Beyoncé and Aaliyah. Now listen, there was once a time when Beyoncé and Aaliyah were actually cool with each other. I know, right? Wild to think about, especially since the industry was always trying to compare them or pit them against one another. But the truth is, these two queens shared some real moments, and not just smiles for the cameras. In one old red carpet interview, Beyoncé is seen smiling and chatting with Aaliyah. She even tells her she's looking fabulous and asks what she's wearing. Aaliyah replies, "Gucci, Gucci shoes, got a little Indian jewelry working." Beyoncé is all excited, like, "That is hot." That clip shows they weren't enemies like the blogs made them out to be. They were sisters in the game, and some say they even shared deep fears with each other behind the scenes. But here's where it gets really juicy. Lately, people are talking, and Chile, they're saying Beyoncé may have tried to protect Aaliyah from something really dark. Like something beyond music, beyond fame, something a lot more dangerous. Word on the street is that some people in the industry were involved in trafficking girls across borders, and Aaliyah was starting to find out too much. And y'all, this is the same kind of stuff Diddy is being investigated for today. The crazy part? Some are even saying Jay-Z might have been part of it too. Yep, that same Jay-Z who later married Beyoncé. But before Beyoncé and Jay-Z became the music power couple we all know, guess what? Jay-Z was trying to get with Aaliyah. Don't take my word for it. Dame Dash, who was actually dating Aaliyah at the time, confirmed this himself. He told Page Six that Jay-Z was going hard for Aaliyah. He said he didn't even know Jay-Z was trying to talk to her until later. In his words, he was trying, I was trying, everybody was trying. So clearly, Aaliyah was the girl everyone wanted, not just for her beauty, but for her energy. She was cool, smart, and had the kind of star power you can't fake. There were even people at a party who saw Jay-Z getting real close with Aaliyah, hugging her and acting like more than just friends. Some said it felt kinda awkward because everyone knew Dame Dash was dating her, but Jay-Z didn't care. He was all in. And now when we look back, it kind of feels like a love triangle with some serious secrets. But things took a dark turn not long after that. Aaliyah died in a plane crash in 2001, and people have been asking questions ever since. The crash didn't seem like just a freak accident. The plane was way too heavy, the pilot didn't even have a real license, and he was reportedly under the influence. And get this, Aaliyah wasn't even awake when she got on the plane. That's right. According to a book by Kathy Landoli, Aaliyah was given a sleeping pill and carried onto the plane against her will after she had already told her team she didn't want to board. She had a serious fear of flying, y'all, and she knew something wasn't right. But somehow, she still ended up on that aircraft. So here's something that will send chills down your spine. Just weeks before Aaliyah's tragic death, she gave an interview while in Paris. She described her favorite dream, and y'all, it didn't sound like just any dream. She said, "It's dark in my favorite dream. Someone is after me. I don't know why I got fear. Then suddenly I lift off. I fly away, far away. How do I feel now? It's like swimming in the air, free and without any weight. No one can reach me. No one can touch me. It's a wonderful feeling." Now let that sink in. It almost sounds like she knew something was coming. That dream sounds more like a warning, or even a goodbye. Fans have been wondering if Aaliyah sensed she was in danger, and maybe, just maybe, someone didn't want her to make it out of the game. And there's more. Aaliyah was known for being super careful about flying. She hated it. People close to her confirmed that she had a real fear of airplanes. And yet, she still got on that last flight, or should we say, was put on it. Witnesses said she refused to board that small plane in the Bahamas when she saw it. She said she didn't like the look of it and went back to the car. But then, someone from her team gave her a pill, and she fell asleep. And while she was still unconscious, she was carried onto the plane. Who does that? Who lets that happen to someone so scared, someone who already felt like something wasn't right? Even worse, that same day, Lenny Kravitz had offered Aaliyah a private jet to fly back safely. But guess what? The jet was taken by director Hype Williams, who had just moved her video shoot from Miami to the Bahamas at the very last minute. Why move the shoot when it was already happening with a green screen in Miami? Why put Aaliyah on that tiny plane when she could have flown home safely? It's giving suspicious. And let's talk about Hype. To this day, people still haven't gotten real answers about his role in those final decisions. Some people who were close to Aaliyah say they were angry when they found out Hype took the jet and left Aaliyah with that risky flight. Why would anyone think that was okay? But wait, it doesn't stop there. After Aaliyah passed, Mary J. Blige, who was close to her and also tight with Diddy, made a statement that left everyone shook. She said that after Aaliyah died, she felt in her spirit that she was going to be next. Like, she actually said out loud, "I don't know how or when, but I'm next. I don't know what kind of freak accident they're going to try to put me in or what kind of overdose they're going to sort out, but I knew I was next." So what exactly was going on in the industry? Why were powerful women like Aaliyah and Mary J. feeling like they were being watched or hunted? What was happening behind the scenes that made Aaliyah so uncomfortable and made Mary so scared? We're not done yet, y'all. There are more names to uncover, more secrets to pull up. Stay locked in, because it gets even deeper from here. So far we've talked about Beyoncé, Aaliyah, and some very strange things that happened before Aaliyah's tragic death. But now, things are getting real, and the spotlight is shifting to none other than Jay-Z himself. Yeah, Hov. So check this out. A man named Jonathan Hay, who used to be Rihanna's publicist, is now speaking out. And baby, when I tell you he dropped bombs, I mean nuclear-level truth. In an interview with All Hip Hop, Jonathan confessed that there was a federal task force watching Jay-Z. Yup, the feds. And what they were looking into: alleged underage affairs and illegal transportation of young girls across borders, including Rihanna, when she was still under 18. Jonathan said it all started when he got mad at Jay-Z for ignoring Rihanna in favor of another artist, Ta'ira Mari. So, out of revenge, he started spreading rumors about Jay and Rihanna being involved. But here's the thing, he later found out the rumors weren't just rumors. There were real investigations happening. He described a moment when federal agents in unmarked cars stopped him and pulled him into a makeshift interrogation room. That's where they told him they were watching Jay-Z closely, not just because of Rihanna, but because there were other girls too, girls like Aaliyah and even Foxy Brown. Let's talk about Foxy for a second. She was super talented and could have been one of the biggest rap stars, but then her career disappeared. Poof. Why? People say Jay-Z blacklisted her, and the streets are saying it's because she wouldn't play along anymore. Allegedly, he started messing with her when she was still in high school, and folks who went to school with her say they saw Jay-Z picking her up outside the building like it was normal. And get this, Biggie used to pick her up too, but he and Foxy were just friends. Jay-Z, that was something else. And when Foxy stopped being manageable, Jay supposedly shut all her opportunities down. Sound familiar? It's the same kind of control people think R. Kelly used over Aaliyah. And speaking of R. Kelly, let's not forget, Jay-Z worked closely with him. They had hits together, albums together, and even a tour. And we all know now what R. Kelly was doing behind the scenes. The same R. Kelly who married Aaliyah in secret when she was still a minor. That marriage? It was all about control. He reportedly forged documents and even got her pregnant just to protect himself legally. But here's the part that sends a chill down your spine. There are rumors that both Jay-Z and Diddy knew what was happening with R. Kelly and Aaliyah, and they still worked with him, smiled with him, stood beside him in public. Why? Because allegedly they were all part of the same dark circle. Now, this circle, it had a process. First, they'd invite young girls to these exclusive industry parties. The the ones fans now call freak-offs. After that, the girls would be transported across borders, told they were being groomed for fame, when really, well, you already know. Aaliyah was seen at these parties. There's even a photo of her on a bed at Diddy's 4th of July bash with Jay-Z, Dame Dash, Diddy and Jennifer Lopez all present. She was right there in the middle of it. So now people are asking, was Aaliyah's death just a tragic accident, or was it the ultimate cover-up? And if Beyoncé really tried to save her, what did she know? What did she see? And most of all, is she safe herself? Stay close, because what we're about to reveal next might just change everything you thought you knew about the music industry.